top, let's let you know what you heard from the very, very beginning. DJ Enchanted.
Yeah. DJ Deliver on the ones and twos. Started that set off with For the Locksmiths featuring star John Robinson and Ekandayo with Amai Gonzalez.
That is speedy.
Yeah.
Ultra Beats up in there featuring Punchline and Fife, the remix of That Ain't Gonna Ride.
YC the Cynic with More.
We heard OC with Time's Up.
Ed OG with Righteous Way.
Nasty Nas with the Nasty Yeah.
Camplo with the Cyber Sex. I like that joint.
Yeah. Joint right there. Das Effects, Just Some Men.
Diamond D, classic joint. Sally Got a One-Track Mind.
We heard Common Sense up in there. That's right, Common Sense with the communism.
You got to make sure you get it right.
You know what I mean? You got to make sure they know.
So the royalties go to the right place or something. Where we at?
He getting movie money. He ain't worried about that.
He got his SAG card. Gangstar with BYS.
We heard from Era Black. New music from Era Black. What up, Blaze? Socialite-ish, pardon me.
Yeah. Raekwon featuring Nas and Ghostface with the Verbal Intercourse.
And finally in the background you're hearing a beat from the Audible Doctor joint called Black and White. Dig that. Word up. So we've got a lot of fam, a lot of hip hop, and a lot of just energy in the studio right now. It's a real big moment right now for the Rec Room Renaissance. Of course we got Senior Chaos.
Yes, sir.
Chilling up in here with the people, but right next to you got the homie, international flavor. You know what I'm saying? Worldwide representative. To my man Ramsey, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? You right?
I'm doing good.
Good. Same here.
All right. So first things first. Let's let the people know what you do, what you contribute to hip hop.
All right, cool. Well, my name is Ramsey Mokdad, aka RahZemos. That's my artist name. I co-own a production company called Nocturnal Light Productions, which is basically two sides of a coin. Which is one side is promoting artists as well as myself as an artist, and the other side is doing website design, photography, videography, just a bunch of media stuff, creating press kits, that kind of things for artists and businesses alike. So in a nutshell, that's what Nocturnal Light Productions does, and currently I'm touring around the world searching for artists that I meet personally that intrigue my taste of hip-hop. And then, you know, if it's dope and it's hot and it's good stuff, then I'm going to promote them.
Okay, so you say that intrigue your taste in hip-hop. So let the people know, and just in case you got some people who might be interested in getting down, you know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
What are you looking for? And after you answer that, describe your style of hip-hop as well.
Cool. Well, I'm definitely looking for, hip-hop artists that are not necessarily sticking to the mainstream guidelines of creating beats and songs and lyrical content, and confining themselves towards that kind of content as a form of communication. That's not really what I feel. I mean, you can express yourself, that's not a problem, but you also got to remember that other people are going to get influenced by your expression. So, I generally like to listen to the content, and if it has a conceptual aspect to the track, or if it's just promoting violence, drugs, money, women, that kind of thing, where you're generally hearing in the mainstream industry. So I'm kind of an old school G, although I'm a young guy. I got that old school flavor. I really grew up on that Run DMC stuff, and I'm kind of trying to evolve hip hop into something that still sticks to those roots, but evolves with time.
Right on. Well, speaking about growing up in hip hop and everything, talk to us about you growing up. Your influences and like what was your first memory of hip hop coming up? Because I know you didn't come up around these parts right here.
No. Actually, I was raised in Saudi Arabia.
Right on.
Born in Los Angeles, but I was raised in the Middle East, and I actually was never into hip hop until I was about really like 13 years old. When I grabbed this Wu-Tang Forever CD and I looked at it and I was like, wow, this is some good stuff. I didn't really understand the lyrical content or anything, but I just liked the beats, the lyric, the rhythm. I actually grew up on rock and ska and punk music, and that's what really interested me, like Iron Maiden and Megadeth and Metallica. Those are the things that I grew up on. Naturally, music was just something I loved. I evolved into hip hop, and then I started liking dance music, and then I just like music, man. I'm a fan of music, although my genre is hip hop.
Right on.
Word, so definitely gotta let the people know, where you at now, because you represent T.O. right?
That's right. Toronto, what's up? This is your boy right here, shouting out all y'all down there. All right, so put your reps up.
So hopefully we got, you know, some online listeners. You know, shout out to everybody that's on REK.org right now. Let the people know what is the Toronto, you know, indie culture like, the indie scene like up around your way.
Well, it's great. It's definitely a growing culture in Toronto. It's still in its baby steps, of course, but Drake did a big thing. He put Toronto on the map and kind of like put us in this in this era of hip hop,
Yeah.
getting a lot of people paying attention to us down there. So we do have a lot to follow up in regards to what we're showing people who come to Toronto. You know, we don't want to disappoint people. So there's a lot of good artists coming out of Toronto, and shouts out Unknown Misery. He's on tour right now in Europe. He's doing a lot of things with Lord Luce, who's also making noise. So, you know, they're what you would call conscious rappers, but we're all conscious because we're alive, right? But, you know, they're spreading a good message. They're being truthful about it. They got a good concept. So, you know, Toronto scene is good. It's growing. It's got a lot of artists that are representing, and I definitely see it, you know, getting to that level, if not surpassing the level of the American industry here.
Okay.
I really believe in that.
Now you say you've been on the road touring, spreading the word, spreading the gospel. Where's some of the places you know, you've been so far?
Well, New York is always a home base for me. I got a good long-time friend and co-lyricist that I work with down in New York. We've been creating beats for a long time. So New York is always a, you know, place I stop at, I frequent, as well as Montreal. Montreal is just 5-6 hours away from Toronto. So definitely I lived there for 6 years. I always pay my respects back to Montreal. Artists I work out there with is especially an amazing graffiti artist. He does most of our artwork for Full Spectrum, which is our mixtape. So shouts out Monkey, I know you're doing your thing. And we went to Mexico last month, and I'm here in Mississippi now. I mean, we're trying to go everywhere, right? So we're not trying to hold back the borders. Yeah, now you're in the ATL, so we keep it moving. I'll be in Halifax on August 8th as well, down there to do some work, a couple more radio interviews, some more promotion. So we're trying to keep it moving in North America and then branch off. You know?
Word. So out of all the spots you rocked at, what's been the craziest so far, like city-wise?
Well, definitely, I gotta shout out everybody in Mexico. Last month we were in Mexico and it was bananas. I gotta tell you, shouts out Dos Veces, Lo Si, Jesus, Gritter Radio, and all the people that put us up, La Raison. Shouts out to all y'all, because we went down there and you really felt that even though they could not understand necessarily so much of the English lyrical content, the rhythm and the beats and that hip hop was really the culture and the language we were speaking. We didn't really have to speak English or Spanish or anything.
Right.
They just vibe to us, and you know, you can tell that they're having a good time, and they can communicate with you just based on your energy. So they showed a lot of love. They showed a lot of appreciation for us being down there, and we reciprocated that in our interviews and our shows, and by jumping MCs up on stage with us, by giving them their shine, by putting MCs up on our mixtapes. So we're really trying to get MCs out there as well. You know, we're all in this together. We're a family, so we're trying to move the good unit with us, and we'll move all together. You know, I don't got to think about myself. You know, if I promote everybody else, I'm sure they'll promote me back if they're good, right? So
good karma right there.
It is, yeah.
You tune into WREK Atlanta. We chilling up in here, and since we're talking about international and you know, hip hop being the common language, let's kick it back to your music real quick. You know, you've got Lebanese blood, grew up in Saudi Arabia, but born in LA.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of different flavors and stuff.
Yeah,
like, how
man.
does that reflect in your music? Do you cross the you know, the linguistic lines in your raps or what?
Yeah, I was actually just talking to Ambassador earlier about that. Shouts out Ambassador, he's here from Ghana. I was telling him about, you know, Arabic was my first language I learned, you know, reading, writing, and all that. But I went to an American school when I was growing up in Saudi Arabia, so that definitely had a big influence on my, you know, expression as well, because I think in English, I don't think in Arabic. So I do cross the line with Arabic. I'm fluent in Arabic, I can read, write, and all that, but I don't like to necessarily throw it in unless it's a really meaningful point in my tracks. Because I don't feel that I could pull it off as well as some other Arab rappers. I'll let them handle that part of the game, you know what I mean?
Well, cool. You got the people interested right now. So what we want to do is let the people listen to a little piece of your music. What we got queued up? What we gonna run tonight? Do we? All right. So what we going to instead?
Hold on. We gotta definitely ask. Like, I mean, you in ATL right now.
Yeah.
You know, you've been crisscrossing around the U.S., around the globe, and all that. Why are you in Atlanta? What brought you here?
Well, I mean, it's just it's like connecting the dots, right? You meet people around the world at certain events you're at, or you're performing, and then they go off home, and then later you're on Facebook and you connect and you say, hey, you know, maybe we should get something going, right? And then, you know, naturally, if you're, you know, a workhorse and you're able to continue with your movement, you make those moves happen. So, long story short, I met Carol O'Connor, who is the founder of the organization Rhyme and Reason. It's not a profit organization. And I met her actually indirectly at Trinity Hip Hop Festival, where Greg Schick, the founder of WorldHipHopMarket.com, actually had invited me. Shouts out Greg, big love. He invited me down to Trinity as well, to come down to Trinity, network, you know, have a little performance outside as well. And I just built all these dots and I connected them. And I went to Mississippi to do some performances, a TV show down there, a radio interview, continue this movement. And, you know, Greg was like, why don't you just make the trip down to Atlanta as well? So here I am. Shouts out Minister Server. You know, he was like, yo, come by. You know, we'll have an interview for you. So I'm here, man. Y'all call me, I'm down here.
Sure, indeed. We got you know, the lovely lady in the studio as well, which is the only lady in the studio. So it's always good to be blessed by you know, beautiful female energy at the REK room, because we don't get it too often. If you will, you want to talk to the people, Miss Carol?
Sure. My name is Carol O'Connor. Good evening.
What's going on?
Not a whole lot. We just came in from Jackson this afternoon. Nice drive over here. And what we have is a nonprofit organization. This gentleman here behind me is ambassador from Ghana, and we're co-founders of Rhyme and Reason Foundation. We set it up in Ghana in 2007,
Okay.
and then in Mississippi in 2009. So in the U.S. we're a 501c3.
Now, how did you get into Rhyme and Reason? How did you get into the music and all that?
Well, the Rhyme and Reason was something Ambassador and I thought up when what happened was, I just started listening to hip-hop a few years ago through something particularly fortuitous. You know, it's sometimes, this is a quote from someone else, but I like it, so I'll steal it.
Okay.
You don't choose your passions choose you.
True indeed.
You know, so I decided to go to Ghana when I had some free time to check out the hip-hop there, and had a chance to meet Ambassador and some other artists, and he and I decided to make a non-profit that would be for the point of education, to hold some events in Ghana and be able to have the young rap artists and the people who are talented in different aspects of hip-hop, like dancing, to perform, and then we want to be able to help them go to school, because it costs to go to high school in Ghana, and can't afford it.
Okay.
So that's our mission there, is to help the young artists, and, you know, in hip-hop, start with your community, right?
That's dope.
Help them go to school. And then in the U.S. we've been having events to bring students together with artists from different countries. We've had several different Ghanaian artists. And here in the studio this evening we have Alvin Cortez, who's a high school student in Jackson. He came over with us.
Okay.
Shouts out D.
Yeah. So this is education for real.
So indeed, I want everybody, you know, that's definitely out there listening to know, you know, we're the REK room, we're in ATL, but you know, we're always letting people know hip-hop is everywhere. And I think everybody in the studio and right now is drives that point home. Like, everybody's from different places. We got Mr. Ambassador over here representing Ghana. You want to talk to the people, man?
Same, bro.
Yo, my real name is Rilwan Shalimadam. By showbiz, they call me Ambassador.
Okay. Jump up on that mic so they can hear you.
All right. Hey, this Ambassador from Ghana, West Africa, representing, you know?
Alright. What's going on in Ghana, man? Like, how is the
actually in Ghana we call it hip life, because hip hop is a life, you know. It's a life that if you have to really feel it. You have to feel it, because we believe hip hop it doesn't matter whether you rap in English or French or whatever language it is.
Yeah.
It's a life. So as soon as you are in that trend, you are in it. So we call it hip life.
That sounds like some minister service shit came up with, man.
Yeah, so I like that. Yeah, so we call it hip life. And actually, the reason why I met Carol Connor, in Ghana, in America, you say state, like Atlanta, Georgia, New York.
State,
but in Ghana, we say region.
Okay.
I'm from central region of Ghana, and I'm the first hip life artist in that region.
Wow.
So I'm the originator in that region. You know, I released my first album in 1999.
Okay.
There. So actually, you know, that's what I do. I have 3 albums on my credit. I have some awards and stuff here. So I do hip hop, you know. But I don't rap in English though. I rap in our local dialect. That's across West Africa. But it's still hip hop.
Okay.
It doesn't matter the language.
Now, I noticed you wearing a Cleveland jersey, so y'all y'all Cavs fans in there?
No, actually, no. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't even know what I'm wearing. Somebody just give it to me.
Okay. That, my friend, is a Cleveland Cavaliers jersey. And if it was a LeBron jersey, I would tell you not to wear it if you go to Cleveland. But since it's not, I think you'll be okay.
All right.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, sure. And it's not basketball season, so you
All right.
definitely get it. Tripping.
But seeing as that's that, I mean, we have all this talent and we're here talking about hip hop, but hip hop is something that you do, you know what I mean? So even though you're not, you know, perform in English,
Yeah.
we would love to hear you do a little something.
No problem, you know.
That would be no problem.
No problem, you know.
Maybe we can
Drop me some beat, man.
That's true, or we can get Deliver. We got DJ Deliver, of course.
Yeah,
on the
going
wheel.
so funky.
Go
We got
ahead.
international hip life artists up in the spot, G.
You know what I mean? Of course, y'all can catch DJ Deliver at DJ Deliver on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? But we up in here. Ambassador about to hit you something. Please tell them your language. What language you gonna be speaking?
Yeah, I speak Hausa and Cree from West Africa, Ghana. Hausa is all over West Africa. And Cree is in Ghana. You heard of Ashanti Kingdom? Yeah, so I rap in Cree, Hausa, and Fanti, you know. But actually, Hausa is crossover to West Africa, so, you know. To all my West African brothers, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. Yo, anybody you know, anybody here tweet or you know, you on the internet, you got anything to shout out for the people's website or whatever, they can check you out as well?
I have a couple of videos on YouTube. They can check me, Ambassador Kamakanka. I have Ambassador Shala, the best hip life song of the year, 2006 is there. So hey.
Okay, they can catch you at Ambassador on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, definitely, you know what I mean? Pull that up.
That being said, DJ Deliver about to hit us with a beat. We about to hear some real international ish. Let's go.
I would say get your tape decks ready, but brothers ain't really got tape decks popping up on us. So just, you know what I mean? Just listen up.
Yeah.
Locksmith on the beat.
Okay, share. Yee. Us Ghana, West Africa, Ambassador. You were 18 years. You say baby, I said them. Okay, share. Minisika. Share. Minisika. Minisika. That's right. That's
Get
good.
his headphones right. Yeah.
Okay, also share. Obi fra bonsam no bi sre frjo. We ye meto gonia kofi na kosa. Nyeda kwala da na wadi opanka. Asem bi nti hwe. Me yanka, my yanka. Ehwana get cheska weda kede ne keso amake bana ga ne chewa bana maso ya. Na afkai da masa da wallahi kujaba ye wana sabo shekara. Yi boy yo Ghana ATL muchiga ba ko yina ramen reason na number to hey, come on. Just right for my house of brothers in West Africa representing, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's on you, Rah.
Yo, here we go, RahZemos. Check it. You get plastered as you enter the mental of an Islamic satanic central of the planet. Combust a heavy panic. I explode and expose particles of flows that dispose my foes. I leave all nonsense disclosed. Prospects get preached, we teach in every project. Urban rock release increases to seize your logic. I'm in the cosmics, communicating with alien objects. Optical vision division that's microscopic. Break the scientific into signs that's explicit. Theories see clearly and measure through statistics. Most sadistic, twisted nature of the lost ones. Often orphans developed under coffins, we all coffin. Elevation around orbit, forfeit your knowledge cause Allah's who recorded. I'm all distorted, complicated hieroglyphics, and delving in itself and your touch was prolific.
Hold on, we got Ghana, we got T-Dot, we got
That's right.
We got Sean how ATL do real quick, man.